Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In our previous session, we designed the user profile page. Today we are going deep into the processing logic. Building a profile is not just about saving text. It involves complex tasks like fetching data from multiple tables, validating user input to prevent errors, and performing coordinated updates across the user profile and address tables. I'm going to show you exactly how we handle these backend operations to ensure our Skillshop platform remains robust and reliable. Let's get started. Before we look at the code, let's see how the processing affects the output. When you land on this page, notice how all the fields are already populated. This is not magic. It is the result of our initial data fetch. If I change my first name and click Save Changes, watch the button. It changes to saving while the Fetch API communicates with the server. So I change my first name and I click Save Changes. You can see profile updated successfully alert message. Also, I can change my profile picture. I click this choose photo button and I click a picture, then I click open button and you can see my profile photo change. Now I click save changes and you can see profile updated successfully message. So as we can see, you can change the all details on your profile. I change my address and country and city. So this is the processing part of our profile page. Let's dive into our code. Look at my userprofile.php file. First, we verify if the user is logged in. If not, they are immediately redirected back to the home page to protect their data. So, I log out and I change this URL to userprofile.php. When I click this, you can see we turn into our home page. So we must sign in to log in the user page. So I input my email address and password. Then I click sign in. Now I can turn into our user profile page. Look at the fetch user data. We pull basic identifier into names and email from the primary user table. And you can see we can't change the email because email is the unique ID for the user. We lock it to prevent unauthorized account takeovers and to maintain data integrity across the platform. And look at this code. This is the most important part. We perform a complex left join between user profile, gender, address, city, and country. This allows us to get the user's bio, mobile number, and their full address in a single essential database call. We fetch all available genders and countries to populate our drop-down menus. Notice the logic for city. We only fetch them if a country is already saved in the profile. This keeps the initial page load fast and efficient. You can see as a country I select India and you can see the cities are based on India. When I click Sri Lanka, you can see the cities are in Sri Lanka. So all cities are based on the country. Look at the instant avatar preview. We use the file reader API. When you select a photo, the browser reads the file and updates the src of our preview image instantly without a page refresh. We have an event listener to the country dropdown. The moment you change the country, it triggers a post request to getcities.php. This fetches only the relevant cities for that country and updates the UI in real time. Instead of a traditional form reload, we use form data and fetch. This allows us to disable the save button, show a loading state, and handle the server's JSON response smoothly. When the data hits the server, we enter the final processing stage. This is our user profile update process.php file. We start by setting the content type to application JSON. This is crucial because our front-end fetch API accepts a JSON response, not plain HTML. We check if the user is actually logged in. If someone tries to access this file directly without a session, we send a unauthorized access errors and stop the execution immediately. We grab all the data sent from our form, names, bio, mobile, and address details. Using $post super global. Before touching the database, we run a series of checks, ensuring names and address lines are not blank. We use filter to ensure the email is a real, valid format. We use pragmatch to strictly enforce a 10-digit mobile number. We ensure the bio meets our minimum length requirement to maintain high quality profiles on Skillshop. This is the most complex part. We are updating information across the user, address, and user profile tables. We first update the F-name and last name in the main user table. Since these are basic identifier fields, they are handled first. We check if the user already has an address record. If yes, we update the exciting row. If no, we insert a new row into the address table and use insert ID to get the new ID for the next step. Finally, we update the user profile table. This links everything together: the avatar URL, the bio, the gender, and the address ID we just managed. We wrapped the entire database operation in a try-catch block. If any single query fails, the exception is caught, and we send a clear error message back to the UI instead of crashing the site. Upon success, we update $session username. This ensures the name displayed in the website header updates immediately without the user having to log out and back in. Now I turn back to my web page and I change my first name. Then I click Save Changes. You can see in my header my name was changed. In this part, we are looking at how our dynamic city dropdown works. This file is the bridge between the country selection and the city list. We beginning by setting the content type to application JSON. This is essential because the file acts as a micro API. Our front-end JavaScript accepts data in JSON format to update the user UI instantly without a page refresh. Look at request validation. This script first checks if a country ID was actually sent via the post request. If it's missing, we turn a failure response. I used interval function to convert the input into a strict integer. This is a critical security step that helps prevent SQL injection by ensuring only numerical data is passed into our database query. We use a prepared statement to select the ID and name from the city table where the country ID matches. Notice the second parameter I. This tells our database class to treat the input specifically as an integer. This makes the query execution both faster and more secure. We utilize a while loop to fetch each city as an associative array and store them in the $cities list. Even if no cities are found for a selected country, we still return success. True, but with an empty array. This prevents the frontend from crashing and allows us to handle the display logic gracefully. That brings us to the end of our deep dive into the user profile processing logic. We have successfully covered how to handle complex data updates and dynamic fetching to keep our Skillshop platform running smoothly. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you again with another video. So have a nice day all and goodbye.